show you a really interesting way to get your Facebook ads laser targeted, which means a lot cheaper costs. If you decide to go down the Facebook ads route, it's a very good way to get lots of traffic. Facebook ads, plenty of traffic, as you know, and I'm going to show you the before and after way of doing this. And this is actually in context of a product which I'm reviewing today. It's a software that's just about to be launched, and it's called AdSite Pro.
Hey, it's Sam back here, and today I'd like to give you a quick demonstration of AdSite Pro. Now, as you already know, AdSite Pro uncovers thousands of audiences within seconds that you can then use for your Facebook advertising campaigns. Now, this gives you an unfair advantage over your competition because Facebook Ad Manager only shows limited data. So everyone, including your competition, are all competing for the same audiences, which means that they're all paying more money, driving lower quality people from Facebook to their website, and probably having to spend a ton of money testing to try identify better keywords they could then go ahead and try and target. Now, let me show you why AdSite Pro makes Facebook advertising much easier. First, log into the AdSite Pro software, then select how you want to find your audiences. You can either search by interests or behaviors, and then once you've made a selection, choose which language you want to run your searches in and click next. Now we're inside the app, and we want to find some audiences for our Facebook advertising campaign. The key to Facebook advertising is targeting. Now, targeting is who you show your ads to. If your target audience has a genuine interest in what you advertise to them, then they're more likely to click through or engage with your ads. Now, if Facebook sees that you're getting a high click-through rate, then this leads to a lower ad cost and your ads being seen by more people. For this example, let's say we're using advertising to sell our fitness training product. If we go over to Facebook and find our interests the traditional way, you'll see here that every one of these audiences is very general and would result in poor targeting. Now, we would likely be competing against a wide range of other competitors, all bidding for the same general terms. It's going to be costly, and there is only a low chance we'll be able to generate a return on our investment. Now, if we go over to AdSite Pro and type in our keyword, as you can see, we have a large list of different audiences we can choose from. Simply select the audiences that will best fit and then paste them into the Facebook Ad Manager. Then start advertising. Now, another example might be that we want to advertise a video software of ours. We go over to Facebook and then do a search in the Facebook Ads Manager. As you can see, once again, we're only shown a very limited amount of keywords to choose from. Now, if we go over to the AdSite Pro software, we're presented with a wide range of different audiences that we can now target. Finally, let's say we're working with a local business and they want to bring more specialty coffee lovers into their cafe. If we were to use Facebook's targeting options, we'd have a hard time figuring out who in our local area has a genuine interest in coffee. Now, with AdSite Pro, this becomes easy. As you can see, AdSite Pro finds a wide range of profitable keywords that you can then advertise to over Facebook. It takes just seconds with AdSite Pro's special search engine to identify opportunities and find the perfect audience for the products you sell or your clients' products or services. You can follow the same process I've shown you here for audience behaviors. So there you have it. Targeting with AdSite Pro makes it easier than ever to find your audiences over Facebook and advertise to them. Use the premium data you find inside of AdSite Pro to lower your ad cost, drive more clicks to your offers, and save a whole lot of money in the process. I'm Sam Becker, thanks for watching this demo, and look forward to seeing you within the software.
This is an AdSite Pro review for you, and what you can see here is my Facebook audience insight. So this is inside my Facebook ads account, and I'm going to show you how it's done without the software, and then we'll have a look at the software, see how it simplifies things. So let's say, I'm here in, as you can see, that's my account. And what did I do? I went for the United States because I'm looking for an audience, or actually what we can do is just get rid of a specific state or a country rather, and I've got the ages open here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for beekeeping. As you can see, that's something it's really close to my heart because I keep using it as samples. That specific niche, I think it's a great niche. And so we're looking for beekeeping, and actually let me get rid of this and we'll do that from scratch. So we're looking at beekeeping, and you can see there's a number of potential niches that are coming up. urban beekeeping in the, not sure what that is. But the issue we have is when I click on that, you can see that we have between 10 and 15 million people who might be interested with beekeeping. Now, what we need to do is we need to get this a lot more focused, because if we try to advertise to that amount of people, we aren't going to make money. The return on investment is going to be negative, because that's just going to be too costly. We have to be a lot more targeted. The more targeted we are, the more likely we are going to be able to get cheaper ads. Let's say I'm going to go for, the other issue we have is if we go for, say, let me try beekeeping again. So if we go for urban beekeeping here, then what's happened is, even though this could be however many people interested in beekeeping and however many people here, what Facebook doesn't do is it doesn't give us the total amount here, like the new amount of how many people are interested in this and this. And if we go for, say, beekeeping again, I don't know what, say this one here, not sure what that is. Okay, beekeeping in the United Kingdom, then again that's stayed like that, so we don't have the precise audience here. And what we need to do in this case now is we have to kind of have a bit of a look here, and then we move on to creating an ad. So we go to create an ad. It's pretty simple, and we go, I'm not going to take you through the entire process, but the more interests we have that are actually interested in what it is we have to offer. If I go with, say go with traffic, just click on that, and that's what I show you the ways to kind of get the maximum, or the optimal rather. Let's go with, say, beekeeping, and we'll go for the website. I just want to quickly run through that just to show you how to distill the right audience. So if I go with create a new audience, so we don't want to go with one of my previous custom, we want to be going with, say, create a new one. Okay, I'm back. I just took a little pause because I was playing around with it. So I've narrowed it down to the United States. The ages are here. I can actually go back to the demographics and have a look at the correct ages of what interested would be, what people would be, what ages would be interested in beekeeping, and the genders as well. I can definitely target that more. And then what I did, this is pretty much a key, is I went for urban beekeeping and also must match beekeeping. So instead of the other way, which is and or, I went with and, which really narrows it down. And you can see that it's still broad potential reach, 6,300 people, but it's still pretty broad. And so what I want to do here is just get some other ideas as to what other interests might be within that sphere that people might be interested in beekeeping, because I don't necessarily want to be bidding for these words here because that could be expensive. I want to get some other ideas. I want to look at, in other words, what I want to do is look at long tail keywords within Facebook. And that's almost impossible to do with Facebook audience or with Facebook Ads Manager. And this is where AdSite Pro comes into it. So if I go into here now, and this is my dashboard, and if I go into interests, and I'm going to look at beekeeping. So let's go with this, explore new interests. I'm going to select a language. Now, the really interesting thing here is that you can have all these languages, which I didn't see as being possible in Facebook. So if we want to kind of go a bit narrower than just English, then this really gives us a good way forward with that. And let's have a look at what happens now. I'm just going to be exploring new, and let's look at beekeeping, and I'm just going to hit the search button there. And there you have it. So you can see the various audience sizes. Now, this is going to give you some ideas which we haven't actually seen on Facebook when I did the search. So this is going to give me a lot of sort of long tail keyword ideas. And what I can do is do the and the and. So if I go for, say, beekeeper and beehive and pollen, for example, just as a completely random example, then I might be getting a lot narrower and some things which I haven't actually thought about. And this is really the strength of this product, is the fact that it just gives us some ideas, some keyword, long tail keyword ideas that we wouldn't have ordinarily received from Facebook itself. Now let's see what we have here. So say we go with, let's look at one of these, say beekeeper. So I think that's going to enable us to see what that looks like on here. So that's fine. I mean, that's just kind of gives us an idea to look at competition and who else is in the space. So I could probably close that one down. And the other thing that it does is, if we go to Beehive, I think it was, Beekeeper, not sure what that is. That should give us a Google. Okay, google.com search. Okay, that's just to see what the competition is doing. That's fine. And the last thing is, we got a Beekeeper. Let's have a look at what this does. And this is interests that are to do with a beekeeper. So that looks kind of like similar to me, not really sure what the difference is. And then the other thing that we can do here is we can go to, say, add a couple of these, say Beehive, Beekeeper, and say Royal Jelly. And then we can either save it here or we can download it. And the other thing we can do is we can apply it. So we can actually apply it to an ad account and just go ahead and create an ad. So that's what the software does in a nutshell. It does a lot more other stuff, but that's the kind of the beating heart of it. Really useful if you want to drive targeted cheap traffic using Facebook. And with that said,